Hi everyone, this is Bored with Usernames doing a response video to Steve Benway. He uploaded Bombjack on a classic collection for the Xbox 360. This is the Commodore 64 conversion that he wanted to see, complete with original intro music, as you can hear. Why do I always think of Dog Canyon when I hear that tune? This was the original Elite Systems release. Fairly close to the arcade original, but suffered with bugs and detection errors in my personal opinion. It's used hardware sprite collision, not software driven. So here's me attempting to play level 1. And level 2. And you can hear during that level the limitations of the 3-channel SID chip. As certain sounds occurred, it required channel 3 to make an effect on the sound, and of course it cut out the other sounds as it was doing so. Anyone who's still got an original programmer's reference manual, which is quite rare these days, check out the ring modulation feature of the SID chip. Very, very clever. Anyway, back to the game. I'll just do one more level, I won't bore you with all of them. I'll finish at level 4, because after that I've got an extra feature for you. Okay, while I fail horribly at trying to do level 5, I'll use that as the out, I managed to dig out an old ZX Spectrum version of Bombjack. I noticed in some of Steve's comments somebody compared the ZX Spectrum version to the Commodore 64 version. Well, I actually unburied my old cassette copy, fired up the old Spectrum, found it was black and white, gave up, loaded up the ZX emulator and played it on that instead. But it's the same game, it's just been transferred to PC base. Quite a difference. It is more colourful, but in a cartoony sort of way. And there it is. One major difference I did notice is Bombjack is much more controllable than in the Commodore 64 version. As you can see, hitting the hover button actually makes him hover. The Commodore 64 version had more gravity, so as soon as you lifted your finger off the hover button or joystick button, you'd fall a lot quicker than you do in this version. The detection and movement is actually interrupt driven on this game. Notice the extra life. You don't get that on the Commodore version. Well, not that I found. And there you see the appearance of a second power pill on the same level. Pity I didn't get it. But it does respawn after you die. These backgrounds are very colourful when compared with the Commodore version. Commodore had 16 colours, if I remember rightly. The ZX Spectrum had 8. It had less to work with, it only worked with primary colours. In some respects this conversion is far too easy, but then maybe that was the intent, says he, promptly dying. Okay, I think it's time to end it about here. In the words of the great Steve Benway, this is not a playthrough. Seriously, this isn't a playthrough. There you go. That's the ZX Spectrum version of Bombjack, and previous to that, the Commodore 64 version of Bombjack. Uploaded by the request of Steve Benway and made as a response video, so you could compare the Commodore 64 version with the Xbox 360 classic arcade version. I've also thrown in the ZX Spectrum version as well, just so you could see what that was like. So, while I die horribly on this level, I'd like to thank you all for putting up with me for this last 8 minutes. I hope you enjoyed the comparison, and I'll see you all in the next video.